4 haunted places in Connecticut that will give you nightmares. On my first visit to Connecticut, I stayed in a hotel and had a paranormal experience. No joke. We were driving back from Rhode Island and it was late, so we stopped at a hotel along the coast in New London. It was an old hotel and our room was huge. We got ready for bed and turned in for the night. At about 2 a.m., I woke up to the sound of water running. I got up and turned the sink off, thinking my husband had just forgotten to turn it off when he went to the bathroom or something, and got back in bed. 45 minutes later, I woke up to something wet on my face. It was a giant, soggy ball of bunched up toilet paper. Okay, what the heck? I thought. My husband must be playing a joke on me. Not funny. Not wanting to wake him up and give him the satisfaction, I went back to bed. At about 3:30 a.m. I woke up to the sound of water running again. I went into the bathroom to find the sink turned on and full of toilet paper. Enough was enough. I woke my husband up to tell him off but quickly went silent when he told me he'd been asleep the whole night. Since he can't lie when he's pulling a prank on me, seriously, he starts laughing every time he can't help it. I knew there was something else going on. Sleep didn't come easily for the rest of the night. Thankfully, there was no more toilet paper or running water incidents, and once it was daylight, we hightailed it out of there. Sufficiently creeped out, I spoke with a friend from Connecticut and quickly learned that paranormal experiences are quite common there. If you want to have one yourself, just visit one of these 4 locations. But don't say I didn't warn you. Number sign 1 Barrahack, an abandoned village in Pomfret, Connecticut. Barrahack lies in the woods with only a graveyard and a few stone foundations remaining. The village was founded back in 1790 but abandoned around the 1860s, not even lasting 100 years. A small village of family homes, slave quarters, a water wheel, and a mill, along with the community graveyard. Barrahack was a quaint, beautiful place to live. Residents claimed they could see a ghost baby in a nearby tree before the village was abandoned, and the town's reputation of being haunted quickly grew. Visitors to the abandoned town claimed to see the ghost baby, along with lights, orbs, and figures in the cemetery. There have also been claims that you can hear the sound of voices and horse-drawn wagons, giving it the name, the Village of Voices. Because of its popularity, Barrahack was eventually closed to the public. However, although it sits on private property with no trespassing signs, you can still pre-arrange visits to experience the Village of Voices for yourself. Some particularly die-hard thrill-seekers continue to sneak in, but that's too much of a risk for me. Number sign to Devil's Hop Yard State Park. Found in East Edam, Devil's Hop Yard State Park has been around since the colonial era. Puritans in the area were especially wary of the park, claiming that it was Satan's hiding place. They said that if you went too deep into the woods, you would lose your soul to the devil. They believed that they could actually see Satan sitting on top of the waterfalls, playing a fiddle. To be honest, a fiddle-playing devil doesn't sound too terrifying to me, but according to many hikers who brave the park, demonic voices can be heard. There was no mention of a fiddle. There's also said to be an eerie, foreboding feeling in the air, which combined with the sound of demonic voices, would definitely spook any person visiting. There have been reports of inexplicable laughter, and many claim to have seen dark shadows streaking through the park. Large, pothole-like formations along the rocks near the falls are also said to be the devil's work, and if you want the chance to experience this satanic park for yourself, there are over 20 camping sites. Just know, the name Devil is in the title for a reason. Number sign 3 Dudley Town, known to many as the creepiest abandoned town in the state of Connecticut. Dudley Town isn't a place you'll find locals visiting, ever. You may think it's because of the no trespassing signs all over the property, or the state troopers that regularly patrol the area and give out fines to anyone daring to break the law, but that's not it. Is it because it's located in the dark country forest and since there's nothing around, the town is surrounded by complete and utter blackness at night? Or is it because it's located in a more remote corner of the state, up in the northwest by Cornwall? No, it's because of the Dudley curse. Going all the way back to the 1500s, the Dudley family is said to have attempted a coup against Henry VI. The father was beheaded, and a curse was put on the family, which said that all Dudley descendants would be plagued by horror and death. The family came to Connecticut in the 1700s in hopes of escaping the curse but instead brought it with them. The town they established was okay for a time, but the Dudley curse grew to not only affect the Dudley family but other members of the town as well. Between crop failures and town members descending into insanity, strange disappearances, and violent deaths, the town has a dark history. It's said that the curse was to blame, and by the beginning of the 20th century, the town was completely abandoned. Local legend claimed that anyone who tried to live in the abandoned Dudley town would experience terrible misfortune, and people who have tried it have suffered from madness, murders, suicides, demonic possessions, and more. So, even though you'll be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law if you try to visit, some people are still willing to take that chance. Definitely not me. Oh, you're on your own with this one. Number sign for Union Cemetery. If checking out old, creepy cemeteries with reports of paranormal activity is your thing, then Union Cemetery is the place for you. Found in Easton, Union Cemetery is said by many to be one of, if not the most haunted place in Connecticut. Dating back over 400 years, there are many ghostly residents of the graveyard, including giggling children, soldiers, and the two most famous, the White Lady and Red Eyes. The White Lady has long been the subject of much discussion, as no one is entirely sure who she is. Some think she is the ghost of a woman who murdered her husband, and some say she's a woman who died in childbirth, forever searching for her baby. She's also rumored to be the ghost of a murder victim who was dumped near the cemetery. Whoever she is, she's often seen on Route 59, the road that runs along the cemetery's eastern boundary. People report seeing a woman with long dark hair dressed in a white nightgown and bonnet suddenly appear in front of their cars while they're driving. A firefighter claimed that he hit her back in the 90s, but when he got out to see if she was okay, she had vanished, leaving a dent in his car. People have also seen her on the graveyard, and some of the cars she's appeared in front of say that they simply passed through her. Red Eyes is said to be the spirit of a man named Earl Kellogg, who was, most unfortunately, set on fire and burned to death across the street from the cemetery back in 1935. People say that they see his red eyes peering at them through the bushes, and some people have even reported feeling hot breath on the back of their necks. When they turn around, they see red eyes staring at them. The cemetery is free to visit during the day, but if you want to take your chances at night, you're either going to have to get special permission or potentially get ticketed for trespassing. Personally, I'd opt to just drive my car along Route 59 and wait for the White Lady to come.